Hey, how's it going, everybody? So, I'm going to be doing a review of the game Gone Home. This is a very interesting game. It's more of almost like a story mode, walkthrough, mystery. It's got a lot of interesting points. I'm basically going to do the main topics. I'm going to go over the main plot, the main twists, the main story, the main how the game flows. Does it flow well compared to other first person games like this? Got bunch of different elements to go over, and I'm basically just going to be reviewing it for anyone who's interested. So the story starts with you're up on a house and you don't really know what's going on. It's kind of dark. No one's answering the door. Obviously it's your old house or whatever, and it's really interesting how this story implements the key aspect. So it really makes you want to go out and find these certain objectives to understand why you can't get in certain places or what's the meaning behind this. And right off the bat, it actually shows that we have to find a key even in a little area, and it's actually somewhat challenging, which was another thing I really enjoyed about this game. It actually made your brain work. And right there, I actually tried to throw the soda can at the door. I was pretty lost at the beginning.
It's something to do with this soda can. Actually, I bet it's under the mat. It's under the mat. I'm gonna cry. It's not.
One really positive aspect to this game was its just starting appeal. I mean, the second you walk into that house, you get this eerie, creepy feeling, and it ends up really not being any sort of horror or blood monster game or anything like that. And I remember I told somebody when I was playing this game, it reminded me of a Resident Evil, if anyone's played that, but without the evil. But it was you got this eerie feeling the second you walk into the house, and I think that was really, really cool of the writers, because what it did was it really it sort of made like a hook for the player. You have to almost treat a game such as this as almost like a reader would, or an artist or a writer would with a book. As a writer with a video game, is that the player, as the reader with a book, is going to feel a lot of the same emotions. In this, I felt creeped out. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I wasn't sure. Almost all the lights were black. I mean, we're off. Some were on, some were off, depending. And I wasn't really sure what was going on. You're not told a lot. You have little hints, but you're really not told much. And I think that was a great idea by the writer to just it really, really caused uncertainty and really made the player want to play more, because you wanted to find out why you're feeling these emotions.
What? Why didn't it just? Why? The light just turned on its own. All right, cool. We got some light. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. See, I'm already. This is gonna be. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna get jump scared, and I'm literally just gonna freak out. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm literally just gonna freak out, y'all. It's just automatically going to happen.
I thought one of the coolest things that was done in this game was the aspect of letters. I thought it was a really great way of opening up the story through progressing farther and farther into the bowels of the house and through different passageways and up the floors. And I thought that was a really great way of doing it. You were able to uncover new plot aspects, uncover new just different things, different personalities about the people that are in the story, and really what the whole plot's about.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, "I need to fix these roots. Think you could help?" Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate.
I talked about the keys before, and I think it's important to also remember there were a lot of other solving of we had to do other brain games of sorts we had to do, considering we had the lockers, we had multiple file cabinets that were padlocked with the combinations, and I thought that was really cool too. You had to progress through, and you had to actually figure out how on the planet you're going to find all these combinations. You had to really do a lot of searching. I thought that was really cool as well. As I mentioned earlier, this is a lot like Resident Evil in the fact that there's a lot of interactivity. There's a lot of mystery involved. You have to develop a story. Granted, there's not all the blood and gore and fighting that there is in Resident Evil 7. But there is a lot of the same aspects that I can see, the parallels. As far as grading goes, I would recommend this is definitely a B plus game. It's very interesting. It's got a very interesting plot. For someone who likes to be a little scared but maybe not horrified, I think this is a really good game for someone like that. It also doesn't take too long to play, and I think this is a very, very interesting playthrough. Finally, I'll just say I think the game developers and writers did a very, very good job in creating an element to the plot where at the very end you feel like you really, really have a reward to winning. It's a little bit sad, but at the same time it's uplifting, and you really, really do feel like you've accomplished something and you've set a goal and you've uncovered the mysteries behind the house and the mystery behind these people you're listening to and hearing about. And I just think that was a really, really good way of ending. So I think a good ending is one of the strongest parts to a fine-tuned gaming machine.
That was cool. I enjoyed that. That was fun.